A couple months ago, I made this video about a cozy game creator named Miss Bubbles. If you happen to miss that one, here's the TLDR. Miss Bubbles got sponsored by a mid-cozy game called Starsen Island, and she made several sponsored videos about that game where she acted like it was revolutionary. Those are her words, not mine.
This game is revolutionary, and I'll keep saying it over and over again. If you find that a problem, leave. Leave. Like, what do you want from me?
But when another cozy YouTuber went online and said, look, the game actually isn't that great, and we should all take what creators say in their sponsored videos with a grain of salt,
it would be lying to say that this game is the game of the year or reinventing anything. I think you always have to take with a grain of salt when the content is sponsored.
Even though Miss Bubbles was never mentioned, she took that comment as a personal attack and she lost it.
I am disgusted by you. I'm disgusted by what you have done. I'm disgusted that I even helped you. I'm disgusted that I was honest with you. I'm disgusted that I even told you my work ethic. I'm disgusted that I saw you. I'm disgusted that I met you. I'm disgusted by you and the fakeness. Disgusted. How dare you? Like, how dare you? And I'm not surprised he'll get his karma. Oh, he definitely. I already made sure that karma is gonna be served.
Miss Bubbles did a 3-hour live stream calling that YouTuber a piece of shit, and she said she was disgusted about 100 times. I counted. Apparently, this very tame and common sense statement saying we should take sponsored videos with a grain of salt was enough to pop Miss Bubbles' bubble.
And now on his video, everyone is like, creators are glazing over the game. They're lying to us. You're the only one we can trust.
But what I didn't know when I made that video is why Miss Bubbles got so upset. And it wasn't until a few days ago when I received an email that everything started to make sense. A video game company reached out to me and said that they had seen one of my videos where I discussed Miss Bubbles, and for whatever reason, they decided to be a little messy. This company sent me a screenshot of an email they had received from Miss Bubbles, and that email included her rates, aka how much money she asked companies to pay her to make these sponsored reviews. And according to the email, Miss Bubbles will review your game for the low price of £2,000 or $2,700 US. If you ever needed proof that sponsored reviews are a joke, here it is. Now, to you guys watching, I'm not sure if you think $2,700 is a lot of money. I personally think for a creator Miss Bubbles size, it's an exceptional amount of money, but that's not the problem. If we look at the views of someone like Miss Bubbles, we can gauge that they're really not making that much money from ad revenue or how many views they're getting on their videos, because they don't get a ton of views. Therefore, they rely on these sponsored videos to make the majority of their income. In the last year, Miss Bubbles has probably done 30 sponsored reviews. So when we consider that rate she gave in her email, we can estimate that she's made upwards of $50,000 by promoting these shitty cozy games to all of you. At the end of the day, Miss Bubbles' crash out had nothing to do with whether she was being honest in her review or if the game she was promoting was actually good. It was about her income being threatened.
I am like genuinely very pissed off. I just cannot tell you. I'm so pissed off.
When we look at it this way, it all starts to make a bit more sense. If she loses credibility, then she stops getting brand deals and thus her income is threatened. When a content creator chooses to prioritize sponsorships over making high quality, valuable, honest content, it rarely works out for them in the end.
You're watching the stream? I really hope you're watching it.
Yeah.
When it comes to influencers, there are two things I know for sure. Number one, they're annoying. And number two, they will crash out. At some point, it's inevitable, they're all ticking time bombs. And yes, this is even true for the always positive, ever bubbly, cozy game influencers. But with these cozy creators, there's a third thing we can add to the list. And that is, without fail, every time you turn the corner, there's gonna be a cozy influencer shilling a dog shit cozy game.
Loading up the game and getting into the Shire truly felt like going home.
Every single corner you could tell was painstakingly created.
Tales of the Shire is fated to become a shadow of the past.
And at the end of the day, this endless amount of paid promotion with cozy games only hurts us, the players. And ultimately, it limits our ability to find good games. And the story I want to share with you today is a prime example of this. Allow me to introduce you to Sunpai.
A lovely
Sunpai.
She's based in the UK, and don't you worry, she's not a water influencer.
What? Oh, what?
In fact, she describes herself as a gaming, lifestyle, and fitness creator. And creator that she is, because Sunpai here has literally created nearly every social media account known to man. When I tell you the Linktree itself is link maxing, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, a second YouTube channel, an Amazon storefront, a third YouTube channel, Discord, wishlist, a fourth YouTube channel, a fucking LinkedIn page. Have I time traveled back to 2017? What are people doing on LinkedIn?
Billionaire, millionaire, and normal people.
Never mind. I shouldn't have asked. Truly though, Sunpai should be in the Influencer Olympics, and to be honest, she might win a medal, because she's done a really good job of growing all of her endless social media accounts. She's got 127,000 subs on YouTube, 98K on TikTok, 77,000 on Instagram, 40K on Twitch, 33,000 on Twitter. Even this random ASMR channel has 14,000 subs.
That's nice.
Be honest, which one of you freaks is goon into this? But altogether, we're talking several 100,000 followers across social media, and that's an impressive feat for anyone. Now, most of Sunpai's more popular videos are from several years ago, and to be honest, her content has kind of always been all over the place. Fitness, ASMR, food reviews, lifestyle, self-help. But there's one topic that Sunpai has pretty consistently talked about, and that is video games. She has videos going back nearly a decade where she's gushing over games she loves, showing off her consoles, and in recent years, she's even branched out into our beloved cozy games.
Quite possibly the biggest cozy gaming package I've ever received. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar.
As a matter of fact, I first learned about Sunpai because she commented on a few of my videos about cozy games and The Sims. And like many gaming influencers, Sunpai here is no stranger to a bit of paid promotion here and there. And by a bit, I mean a lot, specifically for Nintendo. She's done sponsored videos for the new Tomodachi Life game.
Tomodachi Island. Let's go.
She made videos going to Nintendo's UK headquarters, which she was invited to by Nintendo.
There was drama down at the Nintendo headquarters.
She was gifted a Switch 2 by Nintendo.
Thankfully, Nintendo UK had my back and gifted me one.
And just in the last year or so, Sunpai has received hundreds, probably thousands of dollars worth of PR packages from Nintendo.
Anyway, Nintendo obviously know that my January has been a disaster so far, and they sent me a little gift to celebrate the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch 2 edition launch. I got a little gift from Nintendo. I've received some goodies from Pocopia. From Nintendo, sorry. What the hell, Nintendo? It's so cute.
Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong, Pocopia, Mario. Send Sunpai a PR package and she will open it. It's guaranteed. I don't want it to come across like I'm yucking Sunpai's yum. She's clearly a Nintendo girly. She's a fan. I'm not saying she's acting or putting all this on just to get a bunch of sponsorships and PR shit in the mail. But we also can't deny that when viewers see an influencer getting thousands of dollars in cash and gifts from companies like this, they're gonna have opinions about it. That's inevitable. Enter Original Paradigms, an up-and-coming commentary YouTuber. He's not even technically a gaming creator. He mostly talks about corporate greed, influencer culture, overconsumption.
And then brands and corporations started noticing the size of audiences that these creators have built, and then everything began changing.
And apparently he loves shoes. I can't relate to that part. I have 2 pairs of shoes, 3 if you count the Crocs. I don't know. Do we count Crocs? Original Paradigms has about 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, making his channel about 1/3 the size of Sunpai's. But don't let that subscriber count fool you. His videos are really hitting that algorithm. He gets tons of engagement, tons of views, probably because what he's saying is important and it resonates with a bunch of people. As your resident corpo hater, I enjoy this type of content. I think what he's doing is really important. We live in a corporate hellscape where corporations have taken over, so I love to see content creators talking about issues that affect consumers and advocating on behalf of regular people. I think that's so important for content creators to do in this day and age, because we all know corporations and their influencer shills aren't going to talk about this stuff. But what does all this have to do with Sunpai? Well, there's one video he made about Nintendo that Sunpai here really took issue with. Original Paradigms posted a video called "Nintendo Fans Are Embarrassing," where he spoke at length about Nintendo's greed, such as the $80 games, the key cards, and the Switch switch to pricing. Now, despite the title, his video wasn't really calling out Nintendo players as much as it was criticizing Nintendo company's business practices.
Nintendo has officially lost the plot and their fans will never learn. They literally released a 22-year-old game digitally and made no changes to it except a revision in the code to now censor offensive names. The decisions that the company has been making is ruining the culture of the community. Nintendo understands exactly the gold mine that they're sitting on.
But besides including little snippets of videos from other Nintendo creators, Original Paradigms did not target anyone, and this wasn't a call-out video. Again, his video was focusing on the predatory business practices of Nintendo. But there was a 5-second section in Original Paradigms video where he included a clip of Sunpai in the background while he was talking.
All of them still require you to download updates and DLC that aren't on the card. So you have a physical object that contains the launch version of the game, and it's missing content that was added post-release through DLC.
He didn't mention her name, he didn't criticize her, he didn't shade her or say anything about her. He just included a 5-second clip of her unboxing a Nintendo PR package, one of the dozens that she has received. But apparently this really got under Sunpai's skin.
The video that has really bothered me is a recent one of a guy, and who I would say was moralless, has made a video bashing Nintendo creators. Don't let these horrible, mean people make you feel bad about who you are, okay? It's bullying and it's nasty and it's mean.
She responded by making a 12-minute video calling Original Paradigms a loser about 10 times.
You're the loser. Miserable loser. And honestly, it's loser behavior.
And she even made these weird insinuations about his appearance.
And I get it. By the demeanor and the looks of this guy, he probably hates his life, probably riveted for him to get attention. I can assure you, just by peeping him for 1 second, me and him, nothing in common.
Move over, Miss Bubbles. A new cozy crash out has entered the chat. Look, I understand why it might bother some content creators to be included in the thumbnail of a video or to be included in a video at all. Obviously, it's not a good feeling, but at the end of the day, this is the internet. This is social media, and Sunpai has been posting online for 10 years. She, of anyone, should know that when you put yourself out there on the internet, other people are allowed to react and respond to what you say. It is the nature of social media. But not only was Sunpai's response a complete overreaction, because again, Original Paradigms didn't mention her name or say anything directed at her in his video, but Sunpai's video was also completely false. In Sunpai's response, which is titled, "They Keep Calling Me Out, Nintendo Grifters," she acknowledges that she didn't even watch Original Paradigms' video and relied on an AI summary to tell her what the video was about.
So the preface of his video, and I've not actually watched it, I used the AI review, I'm sorry, but I did.
Huh? What?
I've not actually watched it, I used the AI review.
Oh. Okay.
In any other situation, I would say do you, babes. But if you're going to make a video responding to another video, it's probably best to actually watch the video. Because not only did Original Paradigms not even utter her fucking name, he also never accused her of lying, which she says he did.
And his whole preface is him basically saying that we are liars and we let Nintendo get away with anything in the world and we're just unbearable.
And he also never bullied her, which she claims he did.
It's bullying and it's nasty and it's mean.
And he's also not a Nintendo grifter, because how can you be a Nintendo grifter if you've only made one fucking video about Nintendo? I am just a little bit confused by all this, no? Something is going on, because it is not normal to react this way. If you're going to accuse someone of calling you a liar or bullying you, you have to come with proof. Not to mention, to use the word bully to describe the situation is so fucked up on every level. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of people using words like bully, harass, attack, bash, hate to describe every fucking situation that makes them the least bit uncomfortable. Yeah. There are real people out here being severely bullied on a daily basis, and Sunpai is not one of them, at least not in this situation. Showing a 5-second clip of you in a video without mentioning your name or saying anything about you or addressing you at all, that is not bullying, nor will it ever be. Sunpai, on the other hand, called this YouTuber a loser 10 times in her 2 videos, yes, 2 videos that she made about this topic.
So a guy on the internet made a video about me the other day.
She liked comments calling him a miserable, sad, pathetic human being. She made several negative insinuations about his appearance, and it's very clear that that is what she's doing when she says these things.
And I get it, by the demeanor and the looks of this guy, he probably hates his life.
If I had to choose who was being a bully in this situation, Sunpai, it's you. On TikTok, she posted this video claiming that Original Paradigm said she only did Nintendo sponsorships for clout and money.
So a guy on the internet made a video about me the other day saying that I only promote Nintendo for clout and money. First of all,
but I must be living in another dimension because he never said those things, period. He never said any of the things she's claiming he said. Not only are we witnessing a crash out of epic proportions, it's also one of the dumbest crash outs I've ever fucking seen, because her reaction is not rooted in reality. All of these things she's accusing him of doing, bashing her and bullying her,
has made a video bashing Nintendo creators, and it's bullying and it's nasty and it's mean.
He never fucking did. And she would actually know that if she watched the video instead of relying on an AI summary instead. What the actual fuck is going on here? I am befuddled by this entire situation. Original Paradigm's video was about how Nintendo is spearheading a lot of these anti-consumer changes within the video games industry.
Nintendo has been on this type of bullshit for years now. They are so protective of their IP that they're willing to burn down small development companies just to keep their monopoly going.
He discussed how Nintendo sponsors creators to push products onto consumers, which essentially normalizes all of these exploitative practices like the $80 games.
And they are never going to tell you to vote with your wallet because their income depends on it. A lot of these creators are even sponsored by Nintendo themselves, and they will get flown out to these events to cover the news and market the content to their subscribers.
What he's saying is factually correct, and sure, for some Nintendo fanboys it might be hard to hear that, but it doesn't mean he's bullying or bashing or grifting or any of these things that Sunpai has accused him of. The irony is, Sunpai is actually proving his point, because she's defending Nintendo unnecessarily blindly, even going so far as to make up lies about someone, all because he made a video criticizing Nintendo. But no, it does not end here. A few days after Sunpai made her response video, Original Paradigms posted on his YouTube channel responding to the false accusations that Sunpai had made. He addressed the rampant misinformation in Sunpai's video and even revealed that Sunpai's husband or boyfriend actually sent him angry DMs because of his video. That's okay. I'm sorry, is Sunpai not a grown-ass adult? Why is your spouse or partner messaging you on their behalf? I'm so confused by this. And by the way, nobody tells Sunpai's parasocial fans that she's in an actual relationship. The crazy amount of simping going on in Sunpai's comment section, it's kind of crazy how many people in the comments of all of her videos actually appear to have feelings for her. If you're a scientist studying parasocial relationships, look no further. That's all I'm saying. This entire thing is absolutely wild to me. If Sunpai is really bothered about being in the background of a video for 5 seconds, I have an idea. Log the fuck off the internet. Stop posting on social media. If you can't stand people reacting and responding to what you say, then don't say anything. Well, I guess she wouldn't get any brand deals if she stopped posting, so maybe that's not an option.
Clock that T.
But I am so sick of influencers acting like they're above criticism or that nobody can say anything about them, even though they're literally public figures posting on social media. You are not immune from criticism. You're not special. I don't know if it's arrogance or ego or what, but you do not have the power to control what everyone says about you. That's not how social media works. You can curate your own For You page. You can curate your own following and who you are subscribed to, whatever, but this is not your cozy safe space. This is the internet. I think it all boils down to this, okay? When people see you taking money and gifts from game companies like this, you can't get mad when they call you out. If someone looked at Miss Bubbles or Sunpai's channels and saw all the dozens of sponsored videos that they've done promoting various games, why would they presume that you're not a shill? If I made several videos about Starbucks and how much I love the grande overpriced diabetes in a cup, and then did sponsored videos for Starbucks and unboxed PR packages from Starbucks, would it be unreasonable for anyone to come to the conclusion that I am a Starbucks shill? If you quack like a shill and you waddle like a shill,
They called me a shill.
people are gonna call you a fucking shill. It's literally just common sense. But creators like Sunpai and Miss Bubbles have learned this the hard way. They both appear to be super threatened by anyone suggesting that their opinions can be bought. But that is exactly what they're doing. They're selling their opinions for money. That is why in this email, Miss Bubbles is saying, pay me 2.7K and not a penny less and I'll review your game. I guarantee it. It sounds to me like you're selling your opinion.
Someone said, a sponsored review seems iffy. Okay.
By the way, the funny thing is in Miss Bubbles' videos, she doesn't even call them reviews. She calls them before you buy. But rest assured, whenever she's emailing these game companies, she's literally saying, I will review your game for X amount of money. And shocker, she somehow always ends up recommending those games. Sunpai is a full-time content creator who barely gets any views on her social media, and that's not me shading her, that's just reality. Look at the numbers. So I think it's fair to assume that most of her income is derived from brand deals like the ones she's doing with Nintendo.
I'm a full-time content creator. I'm not a privileged person. I do not come from a place of privilege.
Miss Bubbles is in the same situation. She does get a bit more views, and I feel like her videos are pretty high quality. I like most of her non-sponsored content. But in this sense, Miss Bubbles and Sunpai are not really full-time content creators. They're more like corporate salespeople. They make most of their money shilling whatever company writes them a check. When Original Paradigms discussed sponsored Nintendo creators in his video, he's saying that their opinions are compromised by an exchange of money. If a company hands you thousands of dollars, of course it's going to alter your opinion of them and change how you talk about that company. Sometimes it's actually contractual. You have to talk about them in a positive light. In her video, Sunpai claims that she's not making videos for money.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for clout.
Yet all of her videos are monetized and her YouTube and TikTok is full of sponsored content.
That's right, Skate has an update and these are 3 reasons I'm trying Season 3. Before we start, I'd like to say a huge thank you to EA to giving me early access for Skate Season 3.
So what is the truth? Why are you doing paid promotion for Nintendo if you're not doing it for the money? However, there is one more thing we need to discuss. In the comments of Sunpai's video, there are people claiming that Original Paradigms is an incel misogynist. Yikes. One comment said, so-called men hating on a woman's hard-earned success is a prime example of what it is to be a beta male. Fucking incels. Let me know your opinions on this below. Please correct me if what I'm saying is off. But is it not super insulting to women and feminism as a whole to imply that men must coddle women and shield them from criticism simply because they're women? This is not the 1950s. These are grown-ass adults. These are very smart and accomplished women. Why are we infantilizing them and acting like, oh no, a big bad man showed her in a video for 5 seconds? She is a victim of misogyny. This is kind of crazy to me. We have taken this way too fucking far. I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you just throw out labels like this without any room for nuance or discussion, let alone accountability, because all you see is a man criticizing a female creator, that to me is insulting to women, because again, it implies that because they're women, they have to be shielded or protected from any type of criticism. What if, hear me out, anyone of any gender is capable of doing shitty things, including but not limited to being a delusional sellout? I firmly believe Miss Bubbles and Sunpai made their response videos because they expected their loyal followers to blindly believe them and go to war for them. And I guess in both cases, many of their followers did just that. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, they all look kind of stupid, because what they're claiming isn't rooted in reality at all.
And his whole preface is him basically saying that we are liars.
That never happened.
So a guy on the internet made a video about me the other day.
That didn't happen either.
I never lied.
You know what? They need to start teaching that Game of Thrones quote in schools.
Any man who must say, I am the king, is no true king.
Disrespectfully, delusion is not very cozy.
You're watching the stream? I really hope you're watching it.
Yeah.